is enough said.
What up, Heat Nation? Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video, giving you guys a second video of the day, so please show support. Hit the like button, don't forget to share, subscribe, click the notification bell, and please, if you haven't done it already, you guys, please take a moment, click the link, vote my daughter for Toddler of the Year. I would really appreciate your support. Now that we got that out the way, please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Before we start on today's episode, you guys, I just want to let a little personal thing out. Kind of want to voice this. I understand that there's people that like to troll my comments. And there's people that like to bash some of the things that I say. And I get it. Like, I run a channel on social media, on YouTube. You're going to get negative comments, you know. And I feel for the most part, I think I handle that very well. I can't please everyone. And I even feel like there's certain people that troll my comments that we have a good time. You know, I mess around with my boy Cooley. I mess around with my boy Master Mix. But there's a level of love in the trolling and in the hate. But when you say something about me, that's cool. But when people start talking about my children and my wife and bash my family, that's the line. So there was a situation where there's been a guy, and I'm not going to name his name because I'm not going to give him that type of attention, but there's been someone that's been trolling me for the last few months, and he's been very disrespectful, and it's been getting worse as the months goes on. And I get it, you want my attention, so here it is. That person has been blocked from my channel, and I'm going to let this shit be known right now. If other people want to follow suit, I will not hesitate to block others. Y'all want to troll? You guys want to have fun? You guys want to bash me and call me deluded and stuff like that? That's cool. I can take it. I'm a pro wrestler. I can take the heat. Say something about my wife and kids, though, it's going to be a different issue. And believe me, ain't nobody got the balls to say some of the stuff they say to my comments to my face when it comes to my wife and children. So let's just let that be known. Now, getting out the way, you guys, let's get some positivity and let's get to Miami Heat talk because I am excited about today's episode. This episode, you guys, we're not talking about rumors. We're not talking about trades. I actually want to hear from y'all because the last couple of months I've been posting different videos and it's been kind of 50-50 mix. I'm talking about this current roster, and then I'm talking about the possibility of a trade. Now, look, Luka Doncic, De'Aaron Fox, they've signed extensions. So this whole saving cap flexibility for 2026 is kind of going out the window. However, there's a situation that I want to talk about right now, you guys, and I want to ask you guys, what do you think is the best scenario for this Miami Heat team? Do you think that we should just close off this whale mentality? Not go for one of these players? Or maybe it's best to do that because of the assets we have. Now, when I say that, you guys, I understand that I've been talking about potential trades. And Giannis specifically comes up because he's probably the only player right now that's in limbo. You don't know if he's going to stay with Milwaukee. You don't know if he's going to request a trade. You kind of have that situation with Trae Young as well. The Atlanta Hawks they haven't offered Trae Young an extension. Apparently, he's disappointed in it. So there's a possibility where the Miami Heat can become suitors going in for Trae Young. That's been reported for the last couple of years now. But are we fooling ourselves? Because every time we do this, nothing happens. Dame Lillard, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, so many more names, you guys, where the Miami Heat have been linked to having interest for a trade for, and then it just blows up in our faces. I mean, as fans, are we fooling ourselves thinking that Pat Riley can finagle a move like this? Now, I still feel that there's a trade that the Miami Heat can make. I still feel that if you take Terry Rozier's expiring contract, attach 1 to 2 second-round future draft picks, it could get you someone like maybe a DeMar DeRozan, a Nikola Vucevic. But I think that's the best trade package the Miami Heat can maybe do right now. The most realistic trade they can do. Attaching Terry Rozier and 1 to 2 second-round draft picks and getting someone that can help this current roster. This roster that has a lot of depth. But there's the other side, that the Miami Heat have a lot of flexible assets. They have expiring contracts like Norman Powell, Terry Rozier, and Andrew Wiggins, who's on a player option. You have young assets like Nikola Jovic, Jaime Jaquez, Palel Ware, Keyshawn Johnson, Kalel Ware. Well, I already said his name. But, you have young assets that you can include in trades that make low-level money contracts. Then you have about 3 future first-round draft picks that you can include in trades. Pick swaps as well. So the Heat have all the necessary tools to trade for a whale. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love this roster moving forward. In a depleted Eastern Conference, I've said this so many times, and I know people think that I just want to talk about trades and I want the Heat to pull a trade. Not really. I mean, I understand if the Heat are going to look at a trade around December to February because we're not doing so good, but I'm excited for this roster. We have a blend of young developmental players. We also have a mix of young players that are all-star caliber players like Tyler Hero and Bam Adebayo, but then you also have veterans with championship experience that can help this team win. Guys like Norman Powell and Andrew Wiggins. And with Erik Spoelstra as the coach, leading this team in training camp, getting a full training camp with this roster, I am crazy excited for what this Miami team has to offer. Now, look, the reason why I say a Giannis possible trade is because if he becomes available, the Heat have all the assets to make the trade. But maybe we should just keep this team as is. What if Giannis gets traded out west? That even makes the Eastern Conference even more open. So in my opinion, you guys, unless there's a sweetie of a deal, I think the Heat should just keep this roster as is. And then wait to see if you're able to move Terry Rozier's contract with a couple second-round draft picks, and that can score you a player that can help you now, like a DeMar DeRozan, a Nikola Vucevic, maybe somebody else might come in the woodworks. But to wait and save for Giannis and Trae Young, it's just not 2010 anymore. The days of taking 2 years and opening up cap flexibility to go after stars in free agency, it's just not like that anymore. With the new NBA collective bargaining agreement, you guys, the trade that we saw during the season with Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, that's going to become the normal. Teams are not going to want to go past the second apron if they don't have a team that's going to win and contend now, guaranteed. So Heat Nation, I want to hear from you. Do you think this roster is good as is? Or do you think we have to make a trade? Not a small trade, a big trade for a whale to become relevant again. I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Sorry about that little thing in the beginning of the channel, you guys, but when somebody says something about my children, all the parents out there that watch this channel, y'all the real ones, you know what I'm talking about. So I appreciate you guys' support. Thank y'all so much. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. And that is enough said. Don't forget to vote for Maya.